What's going on, everybody? Biddy D here, and welcome to City Skylines 2. Now I'm going to kind of let this load a little bit. Let me just go ahead and pause it. We are on the Coral something map. Yeah, let's go through this. So the first thing we're going to need is a little bit of a road network. So good, we have access to all these roads. That's really nice. So why don't I continue this 4-lane road as kind of a main road in. Don't have access to highways just yet, but I'd kind of like to take this out a little bit. Wonder if I can do that. Alright, let's see if I can attach this back in like that, and then I can just attach this in here and attach this in here. And I know it's not perfect, but it'll work. Ooh, what if I did a roundabout instead? Let me try this again. Okay, so let me take that back. And let's see if I can add a roundabout. Alright, so I guess I will just put a roundabout there, and then I will attach in this thing here. And then I will attach in something like that. It's not perfect, and for some reason there's this like shadow right here, but it should work. And I don't have any street lights, which is good. I don't want any. So we got the bit of an entrance to the city, and so we got this street going all the way over here. I would kind of like to continue it all the way to the end, and it'd be nice to have some sort of road going along the coast. So I'm going to kind of follow that line. So I'm going to go back to this medium 4-lane road, and let's just extend it out. Like, it doesn't really matter, in my opinion, how perfect this is. Alright, that should be good for now. Just kind of going a little bit closer to the coast. I need a little bit more of a road network, so I kind of want to get some housing a little bit closer to the coast, some like low density. So let's add in a 2-lane road off of this. And so I think it's every 112 or something like that, but yeah, straight, that's fine. Go to there. And then we'll go to like here and then curve it back into the road. Okay, perfect. And so that adds traffic lights. I don't know if I really need traffic lights, but we're just going to leave it as is. Hopefully things will work out. Okay, so then we also will want the same kind of roads going across this way. Why did that? Oh, okay, so let me redraw this in. I don't know why that didn't snap to the 90-degree angle. Okay, so let's do this again. So we're going to come down to about there. We can do some big lots, or maybe I can do like a 4. Let's try that. So not incredibly big lots. So if I do where you can see that outer circle, or that you can see that circle, there's like 2 of these little spaces. That's what I want to do, and that way it'll be an 8 wide like grid area. So we do that one more time. That should be perfect. And then I could even split this down the middle, which I'm not exactly sure where that is, but So if I do this, it should be at 224. So right here. And let's just draw that all the way down. Alright, so we just created some blocks there, so that'll be perfect for some residential early on. So let's go ahead and get some residentials. So we're going to zone in low density waterfront, single detached waterfront houses. And. Hey, that's a mistake. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we're going to paint it in. Alright, so we're going to do 4 like that and like this. And let's play it so it starts to fill in. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? I will paint in some more of this waterfront. Let's paint it like this. So we'll let all that stuff grow in as it does. And then I'll fill in the back lots as well. So what else? We're gonna need some businesses. We'll deal with that later, but we also need industry. And I'm thinking let's move the industry towards where the power line connection is from the outside. Let's grab a 2-lane road. And this should be fine. And we're just gonna take it out that way. And I kind of want to match it with this grid. I don't know if I can do that very easily. I mean, it's kind of expensive to do this, but alright, so we're going to go from here to here. That didn't work. Okay, whatever. This will work. Perfect. So you really want to go into your road connections as much at a 90-degree angle as possible, like a T-junction, so they can see both sides easily. It's just a little more realistic to do that than just go in straight and make it a little bit angled. Now, I mean, sometimes it's gonna just happen, but ideally you want it to kind of, you don't really want that angled connection as much. You want it to be pretty much squared off as much as you can. Okay, so now that we got that, we should be able to come out this way. Alright, it's not the best looking thing, I'm realizing, but that's okay. We're gonna come out here. At a 90-degree. And we're gonna come this way. And we're gonna do some lots. With that, I may actually just leave this street, to be honest. It doesn't look that bad. It could just help us later on. So yeah, I think I can do that. So never mind with that. Let's add another block in. Alright, and then here we'll do some industrial. We're not ready for specialized industry. Okay, we can see the farmland up there, but maybe we can extend that out somewhere else into in the future. What about livestock farming? I guess I can go anywhere, huh? Yeah. Forestry and stone mining. Let's wait for the stone mining to load. I'm not seeing any of that. Where's stone mining? Anywhere. Okay, I thought that was going to be specific to like a mountain or something, but we don't really have any hills. Anyway. Alright, and then forestry, that makes sense. You just need a forest. And if it's anything like City Skylines 1, if you just populate the area with trees, you can get a forestry industry going. And maybe I can do that in the future over here. And where's the farming? Further out this way. I mean, that would be cool to do farming over there. Probably won't do it here. Although I could see it making some sense up here for sure. But anyway, so how do we want to do this? So let's just do some industry. And I think we can just paint this in. And the wind is going down this way, so that's perfect. It's not going to be going towards the main part of our city. Okay, so we got some industry that will be going. Just press play, let it come in a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to need commercial as well. And I like to line the commercial kind of off of a main road, typically. Don't think we want that zoning. I don't know how we can prevent that, and may be able to, from what I remember, do like a path. Can I do paths from here? Yes. So in Cities 1, I remember you could like do this all the way across. And it kind of prevents the... Yeah, nice. And if I do this right here, that'll give me some area for businesses. That's perfect. I don't know if it'll change, but let me just fill in all this stuff. And I'll do that as well. So some businesses kind of close by. So let that fill in a little bit. Start getting to building. A lot of commercial demand there. Alright, so now they're going to complain about like water, electricity, and everything. Well, we do need that. So why don't let's do water first. So for the water, looks like everything's connected via the roads. So we're going to need a water source. We don't need the pipe, we need a source. So we got a water pumping station. I think it's best to just do a water pumping station like out of here. So it looks like the water's flowing in kind of a weird direction. I think it's flowing off this way, which seems a little weird because you would think it would go from here out to the open ocean. But anyway, it seems to be coming in from there. Maybe that's a massive lake and it's coming through this way. I don't know. But we're going to go with that. And that means I'm going to want to put it over here. Pump some water. Okay, and then we're going to need to dump it because we don't have like any water treatment. We're going to have to do a sewage outlet. And the sewage outlet needs to go downstream because you don't want people drinking out of sewage water. So that's the best we can do, is something like this. Alright, so this sewage is fine. We're going to need to connect that up though. So we're going to need a sewage pipe from here. And we can just go straight into here for now. I don't know if I need a road there, but it would make sense to have a road, I feel like. And maybe not. Let's just connect it. So from here to there. Okay, and then we are going to need a road to the water pumping station. Alright, so let's do a road connection there. Maybe I can just come in off of this. So for this one, I'm not going to worry too much about that grid that I made. I'm just going to kind of go straight towards it. Okay. And then this, I just need to connect it up with the road, so we can just do something like that. Nice little turnaround there. Okay, we've got an okay start there. Now that should be connected with water, right? Yeah, the water connection is in. The sewage connection is in. So now we just need electricity. We could do, oh, I didn't even know that. We have wind turbines. Or we could import electricity from the outside, or a coal power plant, which is fine, honestly, like for now. Why don't I just do the coal power plant, and I'll stick it on the end here. And then I'm not sure about the transformer station, but I think I want to do that, and I'm going to put it in here. Tiny village, yay. Alright, awesome. Yeah, and then I don't even know if I need to do that, but I'm just going to connect this in. So that way, whatever, or some electricity that I'm producing, I should be able to sell it. I'm not sure exactly, again, how that works. Importing and exporting. So whatever power I'm making, like over, I should be able to export that from the city. Okay. So everything should be set up, ready to go. I got electricity, water, and sewage. Perfect. Alright, so let's kind of let these come in. I should be able to delete this path. Yeah, I'm going to delete this path. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up. And then let me see if I can get a path through here. So let's do a curved one. We're going to go from here to here. Perfect. Much, much better. Alright, so we're just kind of letting that grow in. It's going to take some time. Let me speed it up. And we can see the industry popping in as well. Alright, so we don't have any demand for that. We have demand for commercial and medium density again. So for commercial, that should be easy. I'm just going to come on the other side of it. Let's just do like that. Like that. And like that. And why not? I'll draw in this other little bit. Alright, so we'll let that go. Whoa. Zoomed out way too far. What is that? Is that noise pollution? It might be. Alright, so we're going to want some higher density residential as well. So maybe that would be good to get off of this new road that I built. So let's just get a bunch right here for now. That might be a little much. That's okay, it'll grow in over time. And then we're gonna need some, we want waterfront housing. Let's turn that back to single speed. All right, I think we're all filled in there. So yeah, we're gonna want regular waterfront housing all the way across there. And let's speed that up and see if we still have some demand after. No, but this is all filling in, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark that to be filled in. And that is too, so I'm going to do the same thing here. It's going to take some time, but it'll fill in eventually. Alright, we have a little bit more industrial demand. Let's just let it run for a bit and kind of see what happens. Alright, we will need healthcare, and we will have to worry about garbage as well. So healthcare. Ooh, this is huge. I may try to wait for death care to do a crematorium. We probably won't be able to grow too fast, so maybe I'll just do a small one for now, because of the upkeep anyway. So a small medical clinic, could I put it right off of here? It might be more beneficial off, maybe slightly off the main road. So let me draw in another like couple blocks here. Let's do that. So we're gonna come here and do another, what is it, 224? I think so. And for this, I'll just go Where is it? And I'll come this way. So just make them a little bit different. Little variety. And then I will come in off of this with a curved road because we want to make sure it tries to meet in with a 90-degree angle. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Alright, and then for the medical clinic, small medical clinic, we're going to put it up against this road, I think. Something like that. Everyone likes that. Perfect. And then already, what is that? Delivery van was coming out of there. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, since I did that, it might be a good idea to just draw this straight through here. So let's see if I can, I might have to destroy some of these row houses. I'm okay with that. What happened here? Yeah, let me look at my painting. Somehow these got painted. Alright, well I'll let that come in. It might be a good idea to also get some medium density over here, especially where we got the bigger blocks. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of mix in a little bit of, I think I'm gonna do like one corner store type of thing. I might even line this with commercial, actually. Maybe that's a good idea too. So I can come through like that. Let's do some commercial. And then we're gonna do some medium density this way. Well, that took down the demand real fast. Alright, we are going to need garbage management. So there's a landfill, there's also the incinerator plant. That costs a lot, and we're not even there yet. Recycling center would be good too. The landfill is probably the best way to go to start off the game though. Should we put that right next to the coal plant? Maybe, maybe not. Has a huge area though, where it kind of affects everything. So I think I am going to place this here. And then I can draw in the landfill lot. Oh, I have to drag it. I see. I guess if I just make it bigger, I don't know if that'll be good enough for now. Oh, I see. Let's add a node there. Add a node there. And then add a node there. Okay, perfect. So we got a coal power plant and a landfill there. And what are we waiting for here? Death care? Yay! Alright, so that's looking good. So development, what could I do? Could I do a crematorium? I think I want to do that because I really don't want to make that big ol' cemetery. So death care, probably next to the medical place. Just easier. Oh, it's huge, never mind. It's not this big, but it's still pretty big. Could I come off of here just barely? It's not terrible. Maybe right here. Break up this row housing. Maybe I'll just put it there. Okay, so that should start working on the death care. Okay, so we need some more medium density. What's this one? Oh, so these are the row houses versus the... Okay, cool. Versus, what is this? The small apartment buildings. We'll see how much that takes care of. And we have some more demand for just low density. Do I want to come across the other side yet? Probably not a terrible idea. Or maybe I want to fill in this with low density, so maybe I should do that. Oops. So let's fill in what I have. So let's stick with the waterfront. Actually, whoops. How the waterfront houses look? They all got these little tiny pools in them. But they look nice. The different colors. Yeah. Those are pretty sweet. What does this alert mean? Can't find enough employees. Yeah, right. Why did all that demand go down? Anyway. Let's draw this lot in. And we'll just fill it all in, I guess. And we need some more industrial. How are we looking over here? I mean, it's doing okay. Just don't have the workers for it. Just draw in this little block. Just need some people to move in. You have to travel outside for school. Okay, I hear you. We got a medical clinic. Go get some health care. Alright, we will need some education. Let's start with a small elementary school. I can probably just put that right here. Or should this kind of be a block for everything? Well, death care next to elementary school, it seems a little bit weird. Let's put the elementary school here. They're gonna like that. The high school, maybe we can place that next to it. And we're almost out of money. So we're just gonna have to let this run. It went from bad education to good education just like that. Alright, so medium density. Let's get some of those apartment buildings. I want to see what that's like instead of the row housing. So let's go with one here. Maybe another one next to the clinic there. And one off of that. And then I should be able to maybe do it right here as well. Let's see what that looks like. Once I get it built in. Oh, we got a night coming up. Not sure I really want to deal with the night cycle. I mean, it looks pretty cool at night, I guess. It's not bad. I don't know how long it has to stay night for. I'm gonna go ahead and change this now. I don't want day-night visuals. Yes, this is what I want. I want daytime always. I'm trying to build a city here. Maybe I'll do a day-night cycle some other time. Alright, these apartment buildings, not too bad. They're a little big, but it's not terrible. So I see that there's street parking pretty much everywhere, especially the row housing. It might not be a bad idea to add some parking here. Can I do that? And I don't just mean like a street, I mean actual parking lots. No, I don't have it yet. I only have 2 development points. Recycling centers, it's too expensive anyway. And I'm actually losing money. Ooh, taxation. I should raise the taxes I've seen to 11%. Increases my revenue a little bit, that's good. Not going to take out a loan. Let me let it play a little bit. What services do we have? And what costs the most? Education? It's pretty expensive. Do we need it that high right now? Probably won't touch it. What about electricity? Well, what's my electricity sitting at? That's a good question. We have plenty as of right now. But as we grow, it's going to change. What else? Healthcare and death care. That is expensive. How's that looking? I mean, Go back to here to the services. Can I turn down? Oh, there's city economy. Got it. Can I turn down healthcare budget to like 70%? What about water and sewage? There we go. We could turn that down a lot. Let's do 70% there as well. And then roads, we'll just leave that. We need to maintain the roads. What's this? Because we're importing so much coal too. Costs a lot, I'm assuming. Landscaping. You didn't do any landscaping yet. Alright, let's see if this kind of adjusts. Because we are losing money currently. Incredibly noisy, yeah, right. So we've got a decent population so far. It's still kind of growing, I think. I might need to come on to the other side. I think I'll do that. There we go. So connect that, and then on the back side of this, keep this straight, and then we'll come out this way. And then we'll curve it. Something like that. Alright, and then I'll just place a road here. Little connector. Okay, so that should be pretty good. And with that, let's put in a little bit more of this. Actually, I kind of like the row housing, especially all along this. And then we can do the apartments here. And actually, I should be able to go... Let's see if I can. Let's go back one more. There we go. All the way to here. And then there, and then we'll do some more of this waterfront housing. But we're making these lots a little bit bigger. Alright, so we'll let that go. A little bit of industry here. There we go. Ooh, I have ore mining and coal mining now. Interesting. Alright, so I think in the next one I'll do fire, rescue, police, and all that stuff. And maybe even add some, well, let me add some more industry while I can. Let's just extend this out a little bit further. And then I'll do detailing, and that'll be it. Okay, so we're gonna put in some industrial manufacturing. Let's just do that. All right, while that goes, let's check out how we can detail this stuff. I'll just let it run slowly. Okay, so I got a path through there. Let's put a path through here. I'll make it kind of curve. All the way to here. Okay, and then with that, let's add some trees. Park props, nice. What kind of trees do we like? What is this? I thought I wanted to place a pine tree. Why are they so small? Oh, that is a problem. Alright, let's see if I can line this up a little bit. Let's go all the way with it. Ooh, an apple tree. Is there like a brush where I can make this easier? Ah, here we go. Oh, I was doing saplings. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Let's try this again. I'm gonna leave those young trees, but let's do some big old pines. What else can we do? Some birch. Yeah, birch are fine. Get some big old pines again. Okay, I'm learning the game a little bit here. Let's do one more pine there. And right there. Okay. So that looks already a ton better than it was. And then we can go with some bushes. Alright, let's just call that good for now. Looks so much better already, although it's not perfect. Let me test out the brush though. I kind of want to try it out somewhere. So we're gonna do Yeah, you can do the line, you can do multiple items. Okay. So the brush size is huge. Let's turn that down. So it started at 50%. We're gonna do mature, young, and elderly. It won't even let me do it there. That's cool though. Let's try this one. What about this? Oak. Do I need a open space for this? I probably do. Yeah. Alright, I mean that looks okay, and then what about some bushes? Some wild green bushes. Alright, how did that turn out? That's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, cool. I like that. So that already makes that look a lot better. What do we got here? Some small housing. We could do that here. Let's just add in our own trees. Let's just do single trees. Let's add some of these randomly around. Couple birches, one pine in the middle. Perfect. Looks good. All right. So stuff is trying to grow in. It's just taking a little bit of time. Hopefully it helps with the noise level. I could line this street up as well with some trees. That might look nice. Let's see if I can do that. I use the line tool. No, I don't want them on the street. We're gonna do, what about hickory? How do they look? They look nice. So we're gonna do mature hickory trees. And then from here all the way down to here. Perfect. And then maybe paint in a little bit behind. So let's put, or maybe not paint, let's just do some oaks. Oops. Didn't want to do that, that's okay. Alright, and then we'll paint in some wild green bushes. Let me place one of these flower things in between each. All right. So that'll help with that as well. We could even do a little bit in the middle here. It might be worth like painting in that like concrete, because you can kind of do that as well. And I can paint in this industry. Okay, so especially where there's all these apartments, let me see about putting in where it looks like it kind of fills in, and I might do the same with the industry. like fill in with concrete. Whoa, look out. Man, you can get really detailed. Pavement surface 2. And go all the way back to here. Alright, I'm just gonna pause it so the game doesn't go too crazy without me, because I am losing money. Not a ton, but I am losing some money. Just add some things there. Let's see, what else? What could I put on the surface? Park props. What about a couple of garden benches? I mean, that would look pretty nice. What else you got? A food cart. Look pretty cool right there. Okay. Kind of want to connect all this in with concrete as well, with the pavement. So let me do that. I think it would just look more cohesive. Okay, so just kind of looking at it from afar, that does look a little bit better, but it doesn't match perfectly, does it? It's kind of tough to know like what color you need, but I think it does look better overall to have that paved. Alright, let me just leave that. And then what about the industrial? Are there any big gaps, or could I put some... Is it even worth putting like trees? Probably not. Does it really like make the trees look terrible? Like it... Oh man, because yeah, I remember in CS1 it really looked bad. Yeah, it might be best to just pave stuff like this little inner area, if I can. Let's do a concrete surface. Looks better. See, why didn't that... Don't want to delete that whole building, do I? I'll just leave it. Whoa. Zoomed out pretty far. Alright, I think I can just leave the rest. I don't think that needs to really be messed with too much. Okay. So I think, in that case, I can just leave it at that. And I have row housing like ready to go, and I have a spot for more residential waterfront. Low density. And I can always build this way. So, I think we're off to a pretty good start. in the next one, we're going to have to put in some more city services. So some fire, police, you know, just keep adding to the city there. And maybe just trying to grow the city some. And then it might even be worth doing some specialized industry, because I like the farming or the forestry. Those are kind of cool to do. So we'll see about that. But we need to get this money up because we don't really have, we're losing money, you know? So we'll just have to see. So service upkeep. That electricity is huge. Can I turn that down and still have enough? What about garbage? So just turn some things down, I think is okay. But yeah, I really think we need some specialized industry to help us go a little bit further. All right, we're currently trending up, but barely. That is a good sign. I think this is a good place to leave it. I think we're doing okay. What's wrong with this? Oh, nothing wrong. It's just saying I can connect that. But we're already doing it through a transformer station, so I don't need that. I may not even need the transformer station, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so this is a good place to end it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.